So, what does it really mean to be a citizen these days? I mean, is it just about having a passport, or is there more to it? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break all that down. We'll look at how modern citizenship is really about the choices we make, the actions we take, and the impact we have on the world. Ready? Let's dive in.
So let's just start with a big question, right off the bat. Seriously, think about this for a second. Beyond that little book in your drawer, your passport, what truly makes you a citizen? What makes you feel like you belong to your community? You know, those unwritten rules? That's the big idea we're going to unpack today.
Okay, so first things first. Let's get down to basics. What even is a citizen? Because before we can talk about taking action, we've got to understand the bedrock, the real foundations of belonging.
Okay, let's tackle a big one, patriotism. And this is so important. This is not about blind loyalty, okay? The key phrase here, the part that really matters, is that desire to help it improve. It's an active kind of pride. It's about having the drive to make your home, your country, better for everyone living there.
And you know, you can't talk about belonging without talking about human rights. They go hand in hand. We're talking about the absolute non-negotiable fundamentals, the stuff every single person on this planet deserves, from the moment they're born until their last day. Things like, the right to feel safe, to have food on the table, and to get an education. The real basics.
And look, this isn't just some nice, fluffy idea. These rights are actually written down. They're codified in international law. You've got massive organizations like the United Nations and other groups who've put out these formal declarations. It's basically the world coming together and saying, yep, protecting these rights is a core duty for every single country. It's a huge deal.
So here's the crucial takeaway. Having rights, that's just one side of the coin. It's only half the story. The other half, and you could argue it's the more important half, is what you actually do. And that, right there, is the jump to being an active citizen.
Which leads us perfectly into our second section, citizenship in action. We've talked about the what, so now let's get practical. Let's talk about the how. How can you, one person, actually make a real, tangible difference out there? I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? It's great to feel proud of where you're from, it's great to know your rights, but so what? How do you turn those feelings and that knowledge into actual action? Well, turns out there are some pretty clear paths you can take.
So the material we're looking at really breaks this down into three main ways you can make an impact. First, you can give your resources. That's charity. Second, you can give your time. That's volunteering. And third, you can give your voice by teaming up with other people in what are called pressure groups.
And this image of a beach cleanup, man, it just perfectly captures the whole spirit of volunteering, doesn't it? This is so much more than just writing a check. It's about rolling up your sleeves and giving your most valuable asset, your time. It's a totally hands-on way to make your community, your environment, a better place right now.
Then there's that third path, the power of speaking up together. That's where pressure groups come in. They take the concerns of a whole bunch of people and focus them, kind of like a magnifying glass, to lobby the government. And lobbying is just a fancy word for trying to persuade the folks in charge to turn what the public wants into actual official policy.
Okay, but being a citizen today, it isn't just about your street or even your country. Our world is so interconnected now. So being a good citizen also means being a good caretaker of the one planet we all share. Which brings us to our third section, our planet, our responsibility. Yeah, a scene like this is, well, it's pretty familiar to a lot of us, right? A sea of traffic. It's a perfect visual for what we're talking about. Everyday human activity that has a massive environmental impact. All the things we do, driving our cars, building our cities, buying stuff, it all adds up to create these huge challenges, like the smog you can literally see just hanging in the air there.
And if you want to get a sense of the sheer scale of all this, just look at this number. More than 60 million cars. Not in a decade, in a single year. A number like that it really hits you. It helps you understand the incredible pressure we're putting on the planet.
So, what do we do? Is it all doom and gloom? No. The guiding light here is this idea of sustainable development, and it's such a powerful concept. It's not about stopping progress, it's about finding a smarter way, a balance. How can we live well now without, robbing future generations of their chance to do the same?
And this is what that solution can look like. This is it in action. Sure, you have governments and nonprofits working on this, but at its heart, it's about shifting to technologies like these solar panels. This is the goal, right? Progress that works with our planet, not against it. It's about building a cleaner, healthier future.
All right, for our last section, we're diving into something that affects every single one of us every day. It's the complex, sometimes confusing world of information and influence.
We're talking about media, messages, and materialism.
I mean, think about how much the media landscape has changed. It's been totally flipped on its head. It used to be a one-way street, right? Information came at you from newspapers or the TV. Now, it's a massive, two-way, interactive conversation. Anyone, including you, can be a creator. And that fundamental shift changes everything about how we get our information and see the world.
And happening right alongside this media explosion is another powerful force in our lives, consumer culture. Let's be honest, for many of us, modern life revolves around stuff, buying things. A scene like this, a shopping mall, is a familiar backdrop to our lives, isn't it?
But there's a really important difference we need to make here. We are all consumers. We all need to buy things to live. But that's different from consumerism. Consumerism is that next level. It's the practice of buying more and more things, not because you need them, but because you want them, often because something or someone is telling you that you should.
And this quote really nails it. Advertising is so much more than just showing you a product. It's selling you a story, a powerful story that suggests a happy, successful life is all about what you own, that it's all based on materialism.
And this is where everything we've talked about really comes together. Being an informed, active citizen today means learning how to read between the lines of these messages. It's about making conscious, thoughtful choices, not just when you vote, but every time you decide to buy something too.
So at the end of the day, it all comes down to this one big question. The world is full of new challenges every single day. The responsibility to face them, that's on all of us. As citizens, our real power, our greatest power, is in the thousands of little choices we make. The question is, how will you choose to meet them?